welcome back to Great Day Live. Making the decision to move a loved one into a long-term care facility is a very difficult decision, and you may forget to ensure that your loved one's assets are protected. The experienced attorneys over at Berkley Oliver are here to help you understand your legal options. Here to tell us more are attorneys Joshua Berkley and Amy Oliver. Always so great to have you on the show because you always bring a wealth of information, and of course, this is a very difficult conversation, not only to have with your loved ones, but also when it comes to the attorneys too. So what is a long-term care Medicaid and why might someone need it?
So someone's going to need that if they are having difficulties kind of managing their own home. Maybe they have mobility issues or they can't manage to cook every day for themselves or things like that. And you want to make sure that they're taken care of and they're safe and that they're getting all of the care that they need. And so that's when you want to think about they need a little extra help.
That's right. Typically, you're going to start thinking about long-term care placement and the potential need for Medicaid assistance when we come to a point where they need skilled, when your parents or an older person, family member needs skilled nursing care, and it's going to be more than what they could get in, say, a assisted living facility. It's the next step up from that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of most times families tend to come and step in a little bit more, maybe move a little bit closer to them.
Correct.
But sometimes they can't always do it all on their own. And so is it true that if you have to lose everything before Medicaid will step in?
Sort of.
Okay.
You have to be down. There's a $2,000 asset cap in order that you have to meet in order to apply for Medicaid to get approval. If you have more than $2,000 in assets, they're not going to approve you for that. Having said that, there are a number of exceptions. There always are with legal things, right? But there's also a lot of ways to structure your assets. And if you can move some of those assets out of your name 5 years, you have a 5-year look-back period. If you get those assets out of your name 5 years in advance, before you need that long-term care and before you need the assistance of Medicaid, a lot of times you can have those assets not be considered towards that $2,000 amount.
Okay, that's really good to know. So then that brings up the question, when should people start planning for this?
Really, you're going to be wanting to look at it as a family. If you notice that your loved one is having difficulties, now is the time to start talking about it. Talk with them. Nobody ever wants to go into a nursing home, but sometimes it's what's best for the family, for that person. So now is better than never. And so getting in with someone to talk about it, learn your options. That's the first step.
That's right. No one ever knows if you have a look-back period, nobody knows where the end of the 5-year mark is, right?
Yeah.
So, but often if you start in your mid-50s to your 60s, and that's when you really start having the serious conversation, that normally gives you time to structure your assets in a way that you'll be able to save as much as possible.
And this might be also a good time to look back at your will, or maybe you don't even have one at this point.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. You want to make sure that all of your basic estate plan and your more advanced Medicaid planning dovetail and work neatly together.
Yes. And any other tips that you would give to viewers at home who are looking into starting that conversation or starting that planning?
Don't wait.
Yes. You should have started yesterday.
Yes.
Too often what happens is we have people that come in and their loved one's going to need the nursing home next week. They really need it right now.
Yeah.
What you can save in their assets at that point is much less than if we had started 5 years earlier.
Yeah.
That is really good to know. And it is a heartbreaking conversation even for
It
you guys to
absolutely
have.
is.
So if you have it early, then that is going to just propel things a lot better forward.
Absolutely.
Yep, it allows them to leave something to their family if that's what they want to do. Yep.
So if people are interested in getting in touch with you guys, what's the best way to do it?
Best way, give us a call. Area code 502-205-9005. We'll be happy to set up a call for you.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And again, to get in touch with their team, you can call the number on your screen or just go to their website, berkleyoliver.com.